Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Today's topic is appending all sheets of an Excel file into a single SAS dataset. Now let us look into what are the topics which I am going to cover. Initially, I will be showing you Excel file with sheets, and then I will be discussing on Libname statement. Then I will show by using set statement how we can bring all the Excel sheets into a single SAS dataset by a hard coding way. Then by using dictionary tables, cats function and proc equal into clause, I will show how to bring all the Excel sheets into a SAS dataset without hard coding. And then finally I will conclude this topic. Here we are going to use an Excel file named test for our purpose to explain this concept. In this Excel file we have 4 sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and sheet 4. In sheet 1 we have 2 columns, name and age, and couple of rows. In sheet 2 we have again 2 columns with couple of rows. And here we have in sheet 3 3 columns and couple of rows, and in sheet 4 we are having 3 columns and 2 rows. Now let us summarize the Excel file which I have shown you earlier. We have an Excel file with 4 sheets. All 4 sheets have name and age column. Sheet 3 and sheet 4 also have additional job column. By using XLSX engine in Libname statement, we can read and write to Excel file as it were a SAS dataset. Now here I am defining my Libname statement wherein I am giving Libname, I am giving libref, XLSX engine and also path of my Excel file. Once I run this Libname statement, I can access all the Excel sheets available in this particular Excel file. And one point to remember here is XLSX engine requires a license for SAS access to PC files and SAS 9.4 M2 version or later. Now we can easily combine all these sheets into a single dataset by simply using a set statement. Now let us look into the set statement. By using set statement, we can combine many datasets into a one single dataset. Here we are accessing all the Excel sheets with the help of libref. Here I have mentioned jar sheet.1, jar.sheet2, jar.sheet3 and jar.sheet4. In this way, I am accessing all of these Excel sheets and then finally combining them into one work dataset. Here, once I run this code, I get following notes. It says that 2 observations were read from each of these sheets and it created a final dataset work.result with underscore hardcoding which has 8 observations and 3 variables. Now let us look into the proc print of our dataset created. Here in our dataset you can see we have 3 variables and 8 observations. Here I want you to focus on one important point. That is, job variable does not have any values for first 4 observations. This is because these 4 observations come from sheet 1 and sheet 2 in which the job variable is not there. Hence we have missing values. From this we can easily conclude by using libname statement and set statement, we can easily combine all the sheets into a single SAS dataset. Now that we have looked into hard coding of this, now let us try to understand how we can combine all the sheets into a single SAS dataset without using any kind of hard coding. For this, we need to understand two concepts. The first one is Dictionary.tables and the second one is proc equal into clause. Now let us look into Dictionary.tables. Dictionary.tables is one of the table in dictionary library that stores metadata information of tables. We can run select clause on Dictionary.tables. Dictionary.tables have many variables, but we are just interested in libname and memname for our purpose. When we run select libname memname from dictionary.tables, we get information about all the tables in particular session. I have used out equal to 5 so that I just see the 5 results printed here. If I want to select libname and memname from a particular libname, all I need to do is I need to add a where clause. Here I have added where uppercase libname equal to jar. If you remember, the libname jar was given to the Excel file which we were interested. Here if you see the result, it shows libname and memname, and we can see all the sheets in here. To achieve our goal, we need to do a couple of more small things. The first one is, for the same query what I have shown you previously, all I need to do is I need to concatenate libname with the memname and a dot in it. I can simply use cats function to do this and I will get a result like this. If you see this result closely, the result shows us something like a data set. So jar.sheet1, jar.sheet2, jar.sheet3 and jar.sheet4 are very similar to what we give the name for a data set. Now let us also try to compare with our set statement which we have used in hard coding example. And if you see the result in here and the set statement for hard coding example, both of them look very similar. Now we need to do one more thing. All we need to do is all the result we have, we need to wrap it up in a macro variable. And this we can do very easily by using an into clause. All that we are doing in this query is we are adding an into clause wherein we are saying into colon and the macro variable name. Here the macro variable name is tblnm separated by space. This creates our macro variable and it wraps up all the values which are generated here into this macro variable. We can also check the value of the macro variable by using a %put. %put puts the value of macro variable into log. We can reference our macro variable by using ampersand. Here I am having %put ampersand tblnm, and once I run this piece of code, I see following result in the log. This indicates few things. The first one is we were able to capture all the values generated here into a single macro variable. And also this macro variable has captured all the sheets in the Excel file. And this is very similar to what we have seen in the set statement for hard coding example. In hard coding example, we had set statement and we have mentioned all the 4 sheets and we were able to combine them. And now as both of them are very similar, all we need to do is instead of hard coding values like this, I can straightforwardly use this macro variable in here. In here we are using macro variable which we have created earlier. And I have also set option symbolgen. Option symbolgen, what it does is it resolves the macro variable value in the log. And once I run this piece of code, this is what it gives me in the log. There are few important things to see in the log here. The first one is symbolgen macro variable tblnm resolves to jar.sheet1, jar.sheet2, jar.sheet3 and jar.sheet4. That is what we have in our set statement. And the next one is there are 2 observations read each from jar.sheet1, jar.sheet2, jar.sheet3 and jar.sheet4. And finally our dataset created in SAS has 8 observations and 3 variables. This is what we have expected from code. And also what we are seeing in the log is exactly similar to what we have seen earlier with hard coding example. Now let us quickly look into the results in here. The result also exactly similar to what we have seen earlier with the hard coding, where we see that Excel sheets have been combined into single SAS dataset. Now it is time to conclude our topic. By using dictionary.tables, set statement and into clause, we can combine any number of sheets of an Excel file into a SAS dataset. One important note here. Please be careful when you are combining same character variables in different sheets with different lengths. If we try to combine them, there is a chance that some of the character values could be truncated. That's all for this topic. If you have liked this topic, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Thank you.